to give an update about the whole Saeed Twitch streaming situation. Apparently, Twitch has also unbanned Nina as well for essaying Silky's assistant Saeed. If you go back to my other TikTok about how I talk about how men also are essayed and how we need to treat them and normalize what happens to them because people will not take it seriously. Read the comments. I think it'll tell you a lot how people are trying to normalize in their brain what happened. I don't give a fuck if Saeed, Nina, and Zoe were cool the day before, the second before. I don't give a fuck. Because what they did in that clip was sexual assault. Because if roles were reversed, if two men had grabbed a woman and one of them held them down while another one danced sexually on them and was grabbing them, y'all motherfuckers would be pissed, calling for them to be arrested, calling for their cancellation, calling for their permabans. Why is that different than what happened to Saeed? Is it because he's a guy? By not normalizing the fact that men can be essayed by women, by not talking about that fact, the mentality that this is okay, this is acceptable, is now the new norm. And it shouldn't be, because what happened is not okay. I'm so sorry to Saeed that Twitch has failed you. I truly feel like this is a complete failure on Twitch's part. And this is coming from someone who streams on Twitch. I haven't been able to stream because I've been so sick, but like, I really do love streaming. I really enjoy it. I think it's fun. A lot of people love Twitch for various reasons. I love it just because I think informing people about politics, history, disabilities, and women's health matters. But that's just my niche. But at the end of the day, your company should still have your back and still have your protection. And I'm really sorry that Twitch didn't. But I'm glad FaZe Clan has Saeed's back, because Saeed is an assistant for Silky, who is part of the FaZe Clan. But I'm really disappointed in Twitch. And I think we need to have a bigger conversation about the fact that by not talking about the fact that men can be sexually assaulted, like, this is where it's come to. You really have to think, if this was roles reversed, y'all would be calling for their permabans immediately. Y'all would be saying, this is not acceptable. Just because he's a man, things are different. Like, no. We cannot live in a society like that. It just makes me really sad. And I'm really disappointed. And I still will not be supporting Nina. I just followed her on Twitch and Instagram, but I'm not going to support her. I think that it's very clear she probably didn't learn from her mistakes, because if there's no consequences, like less than 48 hours of a ban is not consequences. People aren't going to learn. And the broader view is then her audience will not learn. Zoe's audience will not learn from their mistakes, because they're allowed to do this behavior. And we have to think of it like that. So I'm curious what other people think about this situation. I'm really frustrated. I think we need to do better as a society, to be honest. And Twitch needs to do better. They need to do completely better. They need to do better on so many parts. Oh my God. Jeez, they need to do better.